feeling somehow distant from the love of your life? Many ladies are feeling a gap growing in their relationships. Words cannot fill it, neither can flowers or being showered with gifts. Women cherish attention and quality time more than anything in a relationship. And like every other aspect of your relationship, things won't fix themselves. But what can you do when this starts happening in your relationship? You will soon find out. We will explore 7 fascinating tips about what to do when your partner does not make time for you. Tip number 1 might be the most difficult, but it works. These tips are surefire hacks that will help you improve your relationship. But first, do not hesitate to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We provide exclusive relationship advice backed by facts. Hit the notification bell so that you can get notifications when we upload new videos. Okay, let's begin to work our way down the list, starting with tip number 7. Remember that all relationships go through tough times. All relationships will encounter highs and lows. There's no couple out there that can say that they never argue or say that they're happy 100% of the time. But going through difficult patches doesn't in any way mean that your relationship is doomed to fail. Judith Wallerstein, a psychologist from Columbia University, conducted a 25-year study of over 50 couples. One of the interesting findings in the study was that all couples go through challenging times, and that the best relationships come out because of hard work and continuous negotiation. If the intensity of your relationship is not as high as it once was, this is not necessarily bad, it's merely at a different stage of the journey. Keeping this in mind, you can focus on the next phase that may be unfolding in your relationship. What causes the hard times to fall upon the relationship may differ. We once had a viewer who emailed us about her situation. It appeared that her boyfriend was not making time for her. Let's call her Jane. According to Jane, her boyfriend was working on a work project and was working very long hours. It had been about 5 months, and the once enjoyable relationship is now a shadow of itself. Jane's boyfriend started paying little attention to her and always seemed uptight. The time that they did spend together started decreasing. He said he was so focused on getting the project done, and although she understood, she was feeling hurt that her relationship had taken such a back seat. Perhaps you can relate to this situation. Men see a lot of value and self-worth in their work life and finances. It's also quite common for men to fall into committed relationships after they have a stable job and stream of income. In Jane's case, it sounded like her boyfriend was overwhelmed with pressure from work and he wasn't handling it well. It was reflecting on the relationship enough to make Jane concerned. If it is a short-term crisis that he's dealing with, you should give him time and as much space as you can manage. Be supportive and let him know that if he wants to discuss anything with you, that you're there to help him de-stress. Always keep in mind that everyone goes through challenges in life. And if you can be patient and work through them, then your relationship will come out stronger with each battle that you overcome. Okay, next up is tip number 6. Honesty is the best policy. Tell him how you feel. Many people tend to avoid this. The issues are often difficult to thresh out without things escalating. But then not saying anything at all will not make it better, it will frustrate you. An anonymous philosopher once said, "Nothing gets settled unless you talk about it." Being honest is hard, but it brings a huge sense of peace and relief afterwards. For example, if you're feeling hurt and annoyed that he spends too much time working, hanging around with his friends and playing golf, tell him exactly how you feel about it. There is no rule against self-expression in the relationship. Use words like, "I've been feeling a little sad that we haven't spent a lot of time together lately." Work on your expressions and sweep him off his feet. Make your feelings known without being aggressive, which only leads to an argument. Have a discussion about how much time he can sacrifice for your relationship. What is it that you both want that means you get quality time together and apart? Don't try to strong-arm him or else he will resist you. Give him the opportunity to talk and to be honest with you. Also, make it a one-time thing so it doesn't seem like you're nagging. Make the conversation short but to the point so that you get results. Before we continue, we want to give you a free gift, the top 7 man-melting phrases that make men fall for you. This amazing report is a must-have and it's all yours completely free of charge. Simply click on the link in the description below to claim your free gift. Okay, moving on to tip number 5, don't guilt trip him. This is more of something that you should not do. Guilt tripping your partner is really a type of emotional manipulation and it has no place in a relationship. It is a total turn-off when women burst out and tear their boyfriends to shreds or make them feel low for something they said or did, even if it was out of their control. When a man isn't making an effort to spend time with his partner, it can be easy to feel hurt by these actions. This then makes you feel that it's acceptable to make them feel bad for the lack of time they make for you. You want them to feel terrible for not giving you the attention you deserve, so you attempt to inflict emotional damage. But what is the end result here? His self-esteem has probably taken a hit, and his resentment begins to grow. Studies have actually shown us that most guys do not even know they're doing anything wrong and are left quite confused when an argument arises. Psychologist Dr. John Gottman observed that assumptions lead to disasters in relationships, so it's best not to jump at him with hurtful comments, assuming that he knows you're unhappy with the level of attention you're receiving. As you probably guessed, communication is vital here. Rethink your words to make sure you're not purposely making him feel low. Tell him how you feel without trying to bring him down. Okay, quick challenge time. Can you fill in the blanks? Keep your blank blank. Wondering what it could be? All will be revealed at number 1 on our list, so stay tuned to find out. Next up, tip number 4. Decide if you can accept him for who he is. As we age, we mature and our lives evolve, but it's important to know that this is mostly a self-journey. We should not be trying to change our partner, and we should accept them for who they are. You can, however, motivate them and encourage them to grow and reach their goals, but who they are deep down is not going to change much, if at all. Here is when you have to make a tough decision. Ask yourself, can I live with this? Are there certain traits that are deal breakers for you? If you can see now that he lives a busy life, prioritizes himself and others over you, and doesn't appear to make a great effort to spend time with you, then there is a chance that this is the lifestyle he likes, and it will be a struggle for him to change. Although with time it may possibly improve, you can't expect that he'll wake up one day and completely change his ways either. Can you settle with how things are right now? Or do you think your relationship will grow and change for the better? Have a think about who he is as a person and why he's not spending much time with you. For example, if he's not spending time with you because he's involved in a lot of sports and hobbies, then find out whether he would like you to come along and support him and hang out after. Or if he just prefers to be by himself rather than hanging out, then make sure that you can deal with this level of attention you're receiving with the possibility that it won't change. Take a minute to think about who he really is as a person and what your expectations are for the relationship. Okay, next up is tip number 3. Figure out what you want in the relationship. At some point in a relationship, we often lose sight of the important things. When you have a crisis like this, it's best to go right back to the start for a refresher. In 1993, Dr. John Gottman conducted an extensive study on 5 groups of couples for over 4 years. The experiment aimed to understand the concept of conflict engagement amongst couples. Gottman suggested a solution for conflict that is building up in any relationship. You should ask questions that will help you figure out what you want in the relationship. And if possible, figure out what he wants. Men are often clear about what they want and how much time they're willing to put into the relationship. Figure out his choices and the limits that he is sticking to, no matter how you feel. Do the same thing too. You have the power, so use it. Stop wishing and make out a path for you to tread going forward in the relationship. Think smart and define what happens next. If you're in doubt of whether he loves you, ask questions. If you need to know if he still loves you despite not spending time with you or prioritizing you, ask questions. This is the point where you get honest with yourself, even if it is painful. Talk to him about your vision for the relationship and hear him out. It will be clear skies from here on out. Next up is tip number 2. Build a life outside your relationship. It can be common for women to feel lonely because they have too much free time. First, you were a single lady, and you must have had a couple of interesting things that you enjoyed doing. It might be time for you to start creating your bucket list of interesting things to do. Fill your life with fulfilling and exciting activities, whether it's going for walks, cooking, starting a new sport, or really anything that you enjoy. It will take your mind off your boyfriend and allow you to concentrate on something quite important, you. Build a life that you love first. While you may be head over heels in love and your relationship is off to a great start, you can't put everything into it. It only leaves you feeling terrible if he pulls back and isn't making time for you like he was at the beginning. This feeling comes when you've made him and your relationship the center of your life. Studies show that the healthier and happier you are on your own, the more attractive you will become to him. So by putting energy into the things that you love, he will be drawn to you, leading him only to want more of you. Think about when you first started dating. He saw something bright and lovely that drew him to you. If he had gotten used to it, then he might take it for granted. He is a part of your life, but he is not everything. so rediscover your passions and get involved with new interests too. Know what makes you happy and do it till your heart's content. You will find purpose and you will find happiness. Okay, we've made it to number 1 on the list. What do you think it could be? Let's find out. Tip number 1, keep your self-identity. This is very important because those affected would never see it. It doesn't seem like a problem. Relationships are beautiful, fun, and it feels great to know what love feels like. But unfortunately for many, you can get so wrapped up in the relationship that you end up losing yourself. You put all your time and effort into the life that you share together, but what happens if the relationship ends? All you will have is yourself. At times, a lack of self-identity often affects your relationship with them. Who knows? You could be the one who causes him to keep his distance. In his book titled Get the Guy, Matt Hussey teaches that a lady's self-identity is what attracts a man to her. Your identity is the first emotional anchor that your guy finds in you right off the bat. If there is a distance you cannot explain right now, you should look there first. Many relationships get ruined every day because of this. So, how does one keep their self-identity? 1. As mentioned in our last point, ensure that you have hobbies and interests outside of the relationship. Do things you enjoy that make you happy. 2. Have goals in life. What would you like to achieve? Do you want to study? Do you have career goals? Have you always wanted to learn a language or run a marathon? 3. Nourish all of your meaningful relationships. Who else is a big part of your life? Perhaps you have a small group of close friends, siblings, or your parents. Make regular time for them and be a big part of their lives too. It can be easy to be so in love that you don't see yourself changing, but there is no reason why you can't love someone else while loving yourself at the same time too. That's all we have time for today on the 7 things to do when your guy is not making time for you. We hope that this can help you in many ways to get the best out of your relationship. Don't forget to claim your free report, the top 7 man-melting phrases that make men fall for you. Simply click on the link below in the description to claim your free gift. We would love for you to click the like button and subscribe to our channel for the best dating and relationship tips and tricks. Thanks for watching, have a nice day, and we'll see you next time.